bag will fit that. And then here, you're probably gonna need about 8 to 10, like always. Sorry, I know you just did this, but. We need one more bag here. Picking it up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, my YouTube channel, my art channel. I always fumble that when I say that, but you know, I'm just going I'm learning as I go. So I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm recording on a new software I'm using. It's free. It's called Audacity. And so when you hear me speak, I'm actually just as the painting is going on right now. So just be aware of that. So when you see up close, I did some up close shots of what I'm doing, and I'm trying to show you what I do with the paint and how in this technique I'm using right here, the thumb, I actually had to repaint it again, and so that was quite a bit of a challenge. So when you're painting, sometimes you have to repaint, and it's kind of fun to repaint dark areas with light areas, and that's like it's almost like you're not erasing, you're just basically, what you're doing really is just repainting, and that's what it is, discovering and making shapes. And I try to make this angular as possible, like a triangle shape, and then work with that. And you're going to see me go over also with the brush here. I'm just putting more white paint, the titanium white over the thumb, because you know, I looked at the picture again and I figured I wasn't too happy with that. I wasn't really happy, and I just started to just scrub brush a little bit, not too much paint, just enough. And I'm using a very cheap brush, by the way. It's probably it's funny how the tools you use, you can use really bad tools and still come out painting. I mean, that I have experience as painting. I haven't really bought expensive brushes yet. I mean, yeah, I have, I'm not gonna lie. I bought a couple, maybe 4, and they're pretty pricey, and I'm afraid to use them, but I've been using them. And here on the singer's eye, I had to repaint that area again. I wasn't happy, and I haven't been happy with the face, so I've been reworking it. Now if you look closely, I'm using the very hairs of the brush just to get some fine lines there, and I might rework that area too, depending. But that's the fun of painting. So I'm reworking that area as much as I can, and trying to find, you know, something that makes me feel comfortable and happy. And again, I'm using the very hairs. The very hair, see the very hair, tapping lightly, because it doesn't have to be a strong mark. The camera here, I believe, goes a little bit of auto. I have it on autofocus, so it might focus on the brush instead of the painting, but there you go. So I had to move up close a little bit, and I had to rework that eye. You know, it's funny with the human eyes and learning anatomy about faces. I draw them a lot on the subway and on the bus, but you know, when it comes to painting, it's a whole different ball game. Still same same ideas, you know, same structures. You know, it's like a cross. It's down, up, and then, you know, you look for the connection of the face, how the nose and the eyebrows, then the nose, then the lips, then the chin. So those are the lines going horizontal. And you see me drawing with the painting literally the eye in, and using, you can see me flip the brush over lightly and just using the very thinnest part I can, the very thin parts of the brush, just to paint the eye in. You know, I find it mesmerizing. You know, I'm just painting away, creating this eye. It's not the most perfect eye, and you know, do you guys find it when you draw, not just painting, but do you find it sometimes very difficult? Sometimes you pull, after you draw someone's face, you pull away and say that's not right, and you wind up spending hours on it. You know, that's what I do sometimes, and you know, that's what it is with me. It's the eye can be, the human eye can be tricky. The things we see on photos are very different. So I'm painting from a photo, by the way, so it can be trickier from real life. Now real life, you know, I've done some workshops where I just spend, you know, 10, 20 minutes doing poses with people. They do poses and I draw their faces, and I don't have time because I'm supposed to draw the whole body, but I get caught up on drawing their faces. But that's what I love, because that's where you catch the personality. You know, you can catch the personality of the shapes and their contours and the body movement, but there's something about the face that I gravitate towards too. So now I'm using a filbert brush, and what I'm doing is trying to find those dark tones and scrub them out. You know, trying to find the color balance between the dark reds I made and the pinks of this eye. You know, trying to make it all work. And this is basically what I'm painting is shadow. I'm pasting shadow on the eye and trying to find contours and make it seem more realistic. And you can see me just gently just pushing away with the brush stroke. Just pushing, dab, dab. Now that there's no paint on it, there was paint earlier, so I'm just scrubbing along. And then I'm reworking the side of the face again. So I've been at this face for hours, just reworking, and I'm enjoying it. I really do enjoy it, because I want to see it. It's like a puzzle for me. Painting can be a puzzle. Here we go again. So just showing you again with the, just trying to get it, because it's not all black, that area. Trying to make darks. You know, I mixed a lot of cadmium reds with cadmium red and ivory black to get this darker grape, I don't know, dark grape color, or more like a plum color for the skin. And of course I'm heading back in with some light pink colors I made to, or actually it's not white at all, sorry, it's not white, it's like a lightish gray. It's very, so because the actual eyelids of a human being are not really gray, I mean they're not white, so they have color in it. So here again I have you know, I'm painting away, I'm getting there slowly. I put the dots of the eyes, you see, just for that I just put that in there earlier, so you can see it. I put a little, I probably didn't show it because the camera was off, but I put the little whites of the eyes to give it a human feeling already. It's coming along. Now this brush I'm using is a short brush, and by no means it's a synthetic brush. By no means it's easy to play. It's not easy to mix paint around with. I have to say it's, you know, but once you get used to your tools, you figure out what to do with it. You know, there are tools that are just do way better than this, but I'm using what I have, and I'm, you know, just learning the tool and just learning how to improvise. And this is the fun part now, you know, just find the shapes, those circles. I see I have to rework the bottom of the chin again. It's not right. Now the camera is angled, so it's not full face on. The camera's not face on to the painting, it's angled, so it's going to look a little distorted on the camera. I mean, the painting's going to look very distorted. And now I'm drawing more of the hair, because I realize the hair has some more patterns that I missed, that I should have made it into a bigger piece first and then work into smaller pieces. And that's what I'm learning about painting and drawing. You draw the big pieces first, and then you get the little pieces, those little shapes. You try to find shapes that connect. And it's all puzzles, lines that connect for me. So you see me working it again, that area, that problem area I was having with the hair, but you know, that's the salute. You know, there's a lot of problems when I'm painting, and that's what I'm looking for ways to solve it. And as you can see, at lower in the painting, I'm starting to add a little bit of different color on the black fleece, actually adding some little bit of titanium white with a little black, so making a grayish color to give it more depth, dimension to the outfit, because there are more colors on the black material, the clothing. So I'm trying to give it a more dimension to it. And you know, being away from work a little bit has helped me more focus on painting this. This was why I took a little bit more time painting and doing more production with the camera and doing, you know, all types of just keeping it going. And that's what, you know, just keeping this production of painting and doing an analog. So anyway, I hope guys you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.